Are you on slime alert now after what Coach said yesterday?
I did hear about what Coach said. You know, if we're getting Offensive Player of the Week awards from Nickelodeon, I'd be happy to get slimed every week. I was a Double Dare fan as a kid, so Mark Summers. Oh yeah.
Wes, just what were you most happy with from last week's performance?
Well, you know, we kind of, from the beginning, we said we wanted this offense to be efficient and explosive. And, you know, I think we accomplished that in that first game. And I was happy with the plays we were able to make in the pass game. And then in the run game, I felt like as the game progressed, our guys up front got stronger. We started to, you know, really hit our stride in the run game as well. So just really pleased with the way these guys responded. You know, opener against a division opponent, tough opponent, for them to come out and play the way they did and execute. It was we were very pleased.
How different was the conversation with Kevin in the game compared to how it had been in Los Angeles?
Well, you know, he's the head man now. He's got a lot going on the sidelines. I mean, you're keeping track of a lot of things. Switching over to the defensive side, the offense, people are talking about situations, challenges. So there was certainly a lot more going on for him. But for me, it was very similar as far as when he's on our side, and just the communication was pretty comfortable.
There's a lot of receiver usage in the game, but we only saw the top three receivers. Is there any plan with an eye towards working either of the Jalen's in on offense?
Well, we're certainly working those guys in. You know, Jalen Reagor is really new to this team, so and I give him a lot of credit. He's a smart guy. He's come in and picked up things really well. But there's a lot of different phases of offense, so we're certainly looking forward to, you know, mixing him in as we go, and the more comfortable he gets, the more reps he will get.
Wes, how do you size up the tight end position? I mean, started Munt, he played double snaps that Irv did in the first game. I mean, is it just going to be a week-to-week thing, or what exactly?
Some of it's based on personnel groupings. Some of it's, you know, what those personnel groupings might elicit. You know, maybe two tight ends with Irv in the game with Johnny Munt. Maybe that's going to elicit a nickel grouping, or what we call penny, like a 5 down with still 5 DBs. And maybe that's what we're looking for at times. You never know what the defense, how they're going to react and what they're going to play. But you know, some of the bigger groupings, if you're in 22 personnel, like, you know, 2 tight ends, 2 backs, you know, you're pretty sure you're going to get a base defense. So you kind of expect a certain front structure. So some of it's just based on play, and some of it's based on situation.
Is that based on just the fact that Irv didn't play at all last year and then didn't have much of a camp either, or from a physical standpoint, or is he, as far as how much you want to use him, you can use him as much as you want?
I think we can use Irv in all phases, and I do think, you know, there is something to a guy who hasn't played a lot of football in the last year, and obviously had the thumb in training camp and missed some time. So just we've been getting him a lot of reps in practice. He's really progressed and improved as time's gone on, and I do expect him to continue on that trajectory.
Kevin said yesterday that a good offense evolves over the course of a season. You know, I assume based on defensive adjustments and all that. What does that mean in your mind, to have sort of a scheme that you installed, but also it's going to change potentially on a week-to-week basis as well?
Yeah, I think it's kind of an organic process, depending on. You know, you put a lot of plays in these plans. You want to have enough bullets based on, you know, what the defense presents. So the plays that get called, a lot of times when you're talking about marriage of run and pass and all those types of things, a lot of times it's based on what you did the previous game, not so much in that game, do we have to have every look looking similar to the next look, whether it's a play pass or a run or a screen? But what have we shown on tape? That's what those guys are watching. So, kind of some of the things we do just come off of what we've already called in games, and then the looks that the defense presents us. But we should have enough concepts where we're not making up a whole lot of plays from week to week. There's always going to be game plan specific, little wrinkles within. Hopefully we can kind of fit it into our concepts is what we try to do. But yeah, it's just kind of an organic process.
So part of it is just that in the totality of the offense, you couldn't possibly use all of it in any given week, and so you use some of it.
You use some of your game plan. I mean, you got a lot more plays in your plan than the 60 to 70 you might get in one game. So, you just kind of react to what they play, especially when you got guys that defenses may play differently against a guy like JJ or something, where you're seeing something on tape and then you get out there and they're playing something completely different, and you have to be able to react quickly. But we feel like we always have enough in to where we can respond.
How long does it take you to build up your knowledge base, library, if you will, of what opposing defenses will do against anything you can imagine to throw at them?
I will say, for the players, probably a week between games is probably a long time. But for us, a lot of times, we wish we had. It's actually nice sometimes to play on a long week, just because you feel like you have a little extra time to really study them. There's a lot of different, when you're breaking it down into all the different situations, and there's a lot of tape to watch, and a lot of things that defenses do. If you look back far enough, sometimes you're sitting in there in the coach's pressure meeting where we're watching the blitzes, and you're trying to get an inventory of things they've shown and things they've done, but it feels like they're blitzing every snap because you're looking at, so many games in the past. But, you just try to narrow down, really what do they want to do, and then what are the contingencies if they give us these couple, one-off looks.
Wes, you guys signed Chris Garrett, who's from a local college, to the practice squad. What do you remember seeing from him last year with the Rams?
Chris did a great job for us. He was a practice squad guy for us in LA. He's big. He's athletic. I think he's a great pickup for us. I think Mike Smith will do a great job, really bringing him along. But he's a talented kid and he's big, and really enjoyed him on the scout team as well as a person.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
We'll have Ed up